St. Estraya's girls' school is in the capital, correct? If I'm not mistaken, that's the school your sister attends. Do you think you'll be visiting her? I might, if I get the chance. The last time we saw one another was only a few days ago, though. I'd feel kind of awkward going to see her again so soon. I'm pretty sure she'll murder you if she finds out you were in Heimdall and did not go to see her. It's in your best interest to visit. I suppose it does stand to reason that even siblings would worry about such social faux pas. Oh, yeah. You don't have any brothers or sisters, do you? I do not. I'm an only child. Although I have been asked by some of the girls I know to regard them as my younger sisters. I'm sure you have. Come to think of it, they're enrolled at St. Estraya as well. Girls' academies sure sound like interesting places. Makes me think of Lobelia from Oron High School Host Club. I hope Elise doesn't get corrupted by her environment. You really are a devoted brother. Or rather, you come across as one who's devoted to most anyone, aside from himself. I think so. I do. Perhaps much of this could have been avoided if I were more like you. She's got a lot on her mind. If only there were something I could do to help them. We'll help them eventually. I think you should visit St. Estraya if you're afforded the opportunity. I'm certain your sister would be very pleased to see you. Okay, thank you for the short combo. So this month's field study is in the capital. We certainly won't be staying at my home, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if some of our tasks sent us there. Yeah, I guess your dad is a pretty busy man, huh? Why are you talking with your eyes shut? Why are both of you talking with your eyes shut? He'd have to be governing a city the size of Heimdall. Busy doesn't even begin to describe it. He barely has time to come home most days. And with all the preparations for the festival, I'd be surprised if we even saw him, much less had the opportunity to talk to him. That would be a shame. It is what it is. I'll just be happy if we are able to fulfill some requests on his behalf so we can lighten his load a bit. Sure. We'll all be more than happy to help. You and Elliot are going to be the stars this time around, after all, so you get to call the shots if you want. Well, it is our hometown. We'll take charge of things while we're there. At least in terms of city navigation, we'll be able to show you the way to any facilities you need. Thanks, we'll be counting on you. Elliot and I will take charge of things while we're there. Anywhere you need to go, we can show you the way, but we'll be counting on you to take care of Fee and Lara. Why me? I'm not going to have long to enjoy the journey this time. Yeah, we're not straying too far from Trista. Do you enjoy traveling then? Somewhat. We used to travel a lot in the Corps. I see. Did you spend a lot of time admiring the view through train windows then? Sometimes. We traveled in airships and boats too. But sometimes we were stowed away in cargo holds, so we couldn't see anything. It's not like she's deliberately trying to annoy Lara or anything. Oh no, she definitely is. And I don't think Lara actually wants to be irritated by her either. There's got to be some kind of common ground. Something to help get them through this. What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. Watching the world through train windows isn't too bad. Though longer journeys give me more time to enjoy it. Lay blade.
Go easy on me, okay? Okay then,
I just want the
let's
bonus,
draw.
so we're not going to think too hard about
Well,
it.
looks like I'm up first. Bolt!
What if I lost intentionally?
I win!
Okay. I kind of want to just lose intentionally just to get the experience points, and then we can all just move on with our lives.
Then let us begin our duel. Please draw a card. Then I'll make the first move. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw.
There was no way for me to lose
Then I'll
immediately.
make the first move. An excellent duel.
Was it? Was it? I played 2 cards.
I'm not going to hold back.
I am. Although I'm not that good at this game anyway.
Well then, go ahead and draw. I'll go first then. Bolt!
I need you to play higher numbers.
Mirror! Now you've done it.
Okay, well this
Now
one
you've
I
done
guess we're just gonna play out.
Now you've done it. We're even. We'll have to redraw.
Oh,
It's mostly luck anyway.
even when I'm trying to lose, I somehow won. Funny how that works out.
Let the battle begin. We draw here, right? I'm first. Mirror.
Play a bigger number.
Take this.
Wait, I can...
Take this.
Oh, well, fine.
Take this.
Okay.
Ouch. Guess I lost.
Okay. We won that exchange too. Ooh, rank up. Cover and counterattack. Okay. All right. We will stop talking. 8:20. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The semi-express line is bound for Heimdall. Our next stop is Heimdall, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all of your belongings with you when you disembark the train. Phew. Looks like we're almost there. Indeed. It doesn't feel as though our train ride was all that long. Well, Heimdall's just a stone's throw west of Trista. We could have just gone back to Trista at night. Well, yes, that's true, but plenty of people commute to work in the capital every day after all. We'll at least get to see Heimdall before we end for the day. That's something. Heimdall Central Station.
Exactly on time.
Huh?
Blue-haired
what?
lady.
Hear that?
You're from the Railway Military Police, if memory serves me correctly.
You're Captain Claire, was it?
That's right. I'm glad you remember me. I believe it's been about 3 months since we last met.
So, this must be the woman the group who went to Celtic encountered.
Man, our first trip was only 3 months ago.
So this is an
Feels
officer
so
from the
long
fearsome
ago.
RMP?
Since you're here, does that mean you're going to be the one assigning our tasks for this month's field study?
No, I'm just here to provide a place for you to talk with the person who is. He should be here any moment now. Ah, here he comes.
Perfect timing.
No way.
Oh, it is Machias' dad. Dang.
Dad? Huh.
I've seen him in the Imperial Chronicle before.
Governor Regnitz, one of the Reformists' most influential voices.
So this is Machias' father.
This is the first time I've met most of you, so let me introduce myself.
Imperial Governor Regnitz.
I'm Karl Regnitz, Machias' father. I'm the governor of Heimdall and head of the local government. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Turns out literally everyone's parents are significantly better than Eustace's dad. Very low bar, though, to be fair. 850. We're back to not being voiced, dang it. Is that Captain America's shield on the wall? It really looks like it. Dang. My apologies for the location. I would have preferred to brief you in City Hall. But I'm regrettably short on time, so I had to ask the captain here to lend us this room. Anyway, let's move on to confirming your assignments and lodgings. Hold on a minute. How did you, of all people, end up being the one to sort out our lodgings and tasks? It seems a little too convenient. Yeah, now that you mention it. If you wouldn't mind us asking, sir, how did you wind up as our point of contact? My apologies. I probably should have explained a little more first. It's actually a very simple reason. I'm here because I sit on Thor's Military Academy's board of directors. You what? How? First Eustace's brother, then Elise's mother, now Machias' father. It stretches the bounds of the imagination to believe the Academy's choice of directors is mere coincidence. I can assure you the three of us didn't arrange for it to be that way. If anything, I was unsure what to do when the Academy first offered the position to me. The Academy did? Would I be right in assuming there's some kind of secret reason behind the formation of Class 7? I'm afraid that's not my place to say. But what about Class 6, though? They never explained that. But whatever the case may be, I'm the third and final member of the board of directors. And that's why I'm the one who's prepared your field study tests and arranged lodgings for all of you. Unbelievable. It's all starting to make sense now. Thanks for clearing that up, sir. Anyway, back to what you were saying before. Yes, as I said, I'm short on time, so I'm afraid you'll have to keep this brief. I'll have to keep this brief. Your field study will take place over 3 days, of which this is the first. As such, the third day will coincide with the start of the summer festival. Each group will be assigned half of the city and tend to a list of needs I've drawn up for you. So one group will take the eastern half of the city and the other group the west. You don't know that. It could have been north and south. The city's big enough that it looks like we'll be working apart, even though we're in the same place. Indeed. I'm sure you've seen for yourselves how vast Heimdall is. If both groups were to rove around this entire city, you'd have trouble getting anything done. As such, I've broken it down so that all of Group A's tasks cover the area east of Vancouver Street, while Group B's tasks are focused on the area west of Vancouver Street. Must be an important street. I believe Vancouver Street is the main thoroughfare that runs through the city leading to the Imperial Palace. That's the one. As soon as we leave the station, you'll see it stretching out to the north. It's hardly a precise division, but for the purpose of this field study, I'm sure it'll be more than sufficient. Now, I'd like each group to take one of these envelopes. Both groups received Field Study Envelope July. And an address and key. This envelope looks like the ones we usually get with our field study itinerary. But what about this address and key? Group A, Alto Street, 43221. Group B, Vesta Street, 527-126. Oh, Alto Street. That's around where my family lives. Really? Yep. Can't say the address brings any particular place to mind, though. I seem to remember Vesta Street being a main street on the west side of the city. Yes, it's a fairly lively working class neighborhood. Dad, are these... That's right. The addresses of the places you'll be staying while you're here, along with their keys. Both groups will be staying in different places, so I suggest tracking down your lodgings before you start your work. Think of it as a small orienteering exercise to help you get a better feel for the city. Ah, my apologies. I'm afraid I'll have to take my leave now. Dad? Preparations for the summer festival have been running from place to place. Have me running from place to place, as you can imagine. I wish I could stay and chat a bit longer, but that's life in politics for you. Oh, and one more thing. The communications functionality of your Arcus has been enabled in the city. Good luck out there. Wait, hold on just a... That really is Captain America's shield sat there, though. I'm not sure what to make of it. Since he's the governor, I was expecting him to seem a lot more strict, but he actually seems more playful. Ugh, I feel ashamed you had to see that. He's always been like that, I'm afraid. At least he manages to fulfill his responsibilities as governor, somehow. Actually, I've heard he's extremely good at his job. Coming from the background he does, he's friendly and down to earth, but people say he's a born leader, too. The Imperial Chronicles always paints him in a favorable light as well. I hear he butts heads with the noble faction far less than his fellow reformist Chancellor Osborne. In politics, a friendly demeanor can just as easily be an act to sway popular sentiment. After all, there aren't many who can waltz in and borrow meeting space from the RMP. Well, the capital is the nexus and the heart of the nation's entire railway network. As such, the Railway Military Police finds itself indebted daily to Governor Regnitz's good graces. This was just an opportunity for us to return the favor, at least a little. Come on now. Well, thank you for allowing us to use this room for our meeting. We need to get our field study underway, so if you'll excuse us. Of course, I wish you well in your studies. If you'll follow me, I'll escort you to the station's exit. As soon as this cutscene is over, we are saving for the day. If this cutscene is ever over. Incredible. It's so vast. We have so many people to talk to, oh my god. Heimdall, the Vermilion capital. The size of this city never ceases to amaze me. Way too many people. It only starts to sink in that I'm in the capital after I see an orbital tram zipping along. Is that what those little train vehicles are? I've never had the opportunity to ride one, but I believe they're used to ferry people around the city more easily. Yeah, they're the main form of public transportation here. They link all 16 of the capital's main districts. There's something of an icon here in Heimdall. Their fare is pretty cheap too, which makes them convenient for getting around. Lots of people use them so often that they just buy a yearly pass. Amazing. All that and so many orbital cars on the roads too. Ah, is that building off in the distance? That would be the Valflame Palace, residence of His Majesty the Emperor. Although from what I understand, Chancellor Osborne's imperial government is also situated within. Yes, that's the case. Anyway, I'll be taking my leave here. I wish you the best of luck on your 3 days of field study. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to see us off. She really doesn't seem like an army officer, does she? That's exactly what your dad said. Indeed, though the Railway Military Police are known as one of the Imperial Army's most elite divisions. Not to mention one of the branches most despised by the aristocracy. If a province has a railway, you can virtually guarantee they'll use it as an excuse to meddle in its security affairs. I've rarely seen them in Legran. Though judging by their actions during our encounter in the nature park, they did seem exceptionally well trained. Yeah. Even with the number of soldiers, they have no trouble rolling right over the provincial army. And on top of that, the captain is so elegant and pretty. She even looks good in a uniform. Some people have all the luck. It's like she's everything Sarah isn't. That's so mean. That's so accurate. You could say that again. Though it seems like those two have more than a little history between them. All right, I suppose we ought to get moving then. Yep. We'll need to hop on a tram to where our lodgings are, then find the address we've been given. We've got a long 3 days ahead of us, so let's give them our best. You can count on it. Fee, Lara, take care of yourselves. You too. May the goddess be with you all. Take care. All right, bye for now. We're still in the cutscene. Freebie. This eastbound Orville tram will be departing momentarily. All those wishing to board, please do so at this time. Let me save my game. Banker Street. It does not look like this cutscene is ending anytime soon. I haven't been to the capital in a long time, but I'm always surprised at just how big this street is. Really? This view is nothing special to those who've lived here all their lives, but I suppose seeing all the Orville cars and trams zipping along must be a real sight to people from the provinces. Indeed, even though in my home province, people are depending less and less on horse-drawn carriages, I've never seen so many Orville cars in one place before. Well, even here, carriages were the standard up until around 20 years ago. But these days, they seem kind of quaint. You never really see them anymore. The Republic's capital has a lot of cars, too, just like this. After all, after that, Crossbell probably has the most. Oh, really? You've done a lot of traveling for someone your age. Though, I guess when you were in a... Yep, Jaeger work takes you places. Anyway, what's Alto Street like? That's where we're staying while we're here, right? Isn't that where your house is, Elliot? Yeah, it's a pretty calm street, I guess. Ah, we should be taking a right here. Alto Street. Etoile. Concert Cafe. I don't really find myself near Alto Street all that often. Looks like you live in a nice part of the city, though. You think? Anyway, we should start looking for where our lodgings are. Oh, yeah. Elliot, you live around here, right? Why don't we drop by your house first? But... Well, that does seem like the natural thing to do. I kind of want to see it. Well, it's really near here, but still, I doubt my dad will be in. Not sure if my sis will be either. Yeah, I think you mentioned having an older sister before. All the more reason to pay a visit then, right? Okay, if you insist, thanks. My house is the 2-story place with all the flowers over there. Your house is literally right there and we weren't going to visit it. Don't know if anyone's home right now, but we can at least have a look. Oh, thank God. Okay, that is going to be it for the day. Tomorrow I am taking the day off. Monday, it's still up in the air. Monday, we're either going to do some Genshin stuff, tying up some loose ends before the new version update comes out, or I will take Monday off as well. Tuesday will be Sandland, and then Wednesday will be picking up where we're leaving off now. Thank you guys for coming, and have a good night. Bye!